Mate, hey, fucking my man, fucking Jobber, that
Okay, then. G'day, how you all going? It's Jai, that Aussie metal guy here with Crannk.com and with that metalstation.com. And tonight, wherever you are in the world, I'm going to have a chat with singer, songwriter, piano player, musician Polina Lymar of Apolinara, whose debut
Mhm.
full-length album Shadows and Signs comes out 22nd of February. I've had a listen to it. It's a really, really great listen. Polina, thank you very much for joining myself and Crannk and that
Um,
metal station for a
I'm
chat.
very glad. I'm very glad. Pleased to meet you
No
too.
worries.
Was a very good introduction. You already say my real name, my project. I'm like, what should I say now? Thank you for
No,
having
no,
me.
no. We got heaps we could talk about still. Can you tell me a little bit about who the band are in general, how you would describe and how you would describe your sound?
Yeah, sure. So the band is basically it's my solo project. The Apolinara is my solo project. All other musician I hire as a session musician. I got this idea based on my family situation. We are moving very, very often, and it was very hard for me to find, musicians and then move again and find new musicians. So I was very upset and frustrated. And basically, all my songs that I was writing like last 15 years, I never recorded them. I never finished them. And I just have a very good supportive husband. He said like, look, we need to do something about that because like you're unhappy and everything. So he gave me a very big push to, he just went to recording studio and say that this girl need to record a song in 1 or 2 months, like whatever you do, like make her do it. So he like prepay everything. So the first session musician, he basically chose them because he just walked into the studio, whatever musicians were there. But I decided like, okay, if I'm like restarting and trying this again, I need to do it seriously. So I asked myself what kind of sound I really want it to be, like what genre is close to me, because I always like, find your niche. So to make all the songs sounds kind of similar, it's hard work. And when you one person that are lost, that is lost, it's a lot of things to do. So it took me time. So first single was Slowly. It was out in 2019 in Spain. I was in Spain that time. Since then, I decided to find better musician. The musician was fine, but I wanted to level up.
Yep.
So I want to grow. I'm very new project. I'm interested in growing, So I find better musicians. Um, we recorded a second single, Wonderful. And after that, I contacted Max Morton. It's a producer of the album, and he produced Ginger and Ignea, Bare Infinity. So all of these bands that I like want to be symphonic gothic sound. So in my genre, in my niche, and he said that he will work with us, and that for me was like, oh, that's like big responsibility and also like a very good news. And he is so supportive. He was like very gentle with material because some producers I heard, they hear the music, oh, take out this song, change that, change this. He was very delicate, especially he knows that I compose vocals, lyrics, and piano parts. So all of that, it's like genuinely mine. So we can rearrange guitars, we can rearrange other orchestration, but this need to be exactly as I wrote it. And that was the best, that he was so gentle with that. Yeah, that's basically how we got into the album. First, I was thinking it will be like extended play, AP, maybe 4 or 5 songs. Let's see how it's going. But then I start collecting all my later songs, as I told you, from like 10, 15 years before. I started finishing them. I got so inspired, I couldn't stop. In some moment, like okay, the album need to be like normal side, digestive side. We cannot make it 20 songs or something. So I've separated, like I have a couple of songs for later works. I'm already planning for more. As I told you, I'm growing. Like I feel the process is always keep going, so it's not like my final spot. I'm just starting, so that's for sure. And yeah, as you say, how I can say it's symphonic gothic metal. I have a lot of influences from, of course, Nightwish. I think so. Everyone who mentioned symphonic metal, it's the first band come in mind. They were my gods when I was growing up. So, like it or not, I'm very influenced by them. Sometimes subconsciously, because when I wrote my first songs and give to my friends, and they're like, "Oh, you sound like Tarja. Oh, you sound like early Nightwish." Like, I had no idea. Like, it's good to hear. Thank you. Like, it's a compliment for me. So yeah, but all the big Gothic symphonic names, I think you can find some elements there because they influenced me. Surprise could come from Gothic part like Lacrimosa or Therion. They're more darker sound. But yeah, I love them too. So yeah, we have, especially in lyrics, if somebody will sit and read the lyrics, I hope so, because it's very personal. It's my personal story. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah, it would have been good, as you were saying, some of these tracks you'd had for 15 years, and thank you to your husband for inspiring you to get out there and getting this music out there. It would have been good to finally, you know, when it come through that, yeah, you're going to work on this album, to finally get this music onto an album and really knuckle down to do that. So it would have been a real cathartic process, I suppose, to go back over some of these songs that you had sitting there for so long now, and to be able to finally put them on album. What was that process like for you?
Oh, well, I can compare it to when you go to some psychotherapy, when you finally start talking about some things that you decided you will never talk again, or it never happened, you live in pretend. So it's like that, because I open my older songs like, I think I have this song and open. I feel like I never finished that. I never finished these lyrics. All my point of view have changed, and like I need to write the new lyrics. No matter I like maybe the rhymes, but I'm not the same person now. And if I like some chords or music, some piano progression or something, I have to rewrite the new lyrics. So yeah, it was. Sometimes it was fun. It was like a journey to the past for some better memories. Sometimes was like a little harder, like how could I not finish this great song and just put in the table? How could I allow myself to do that? So that's my message. I try to inspire my followers that I have. I always post some inspirational things, because like no matter what you do in your life, it's not like related to music. Very often I meet the people who say, and I started it but I never finished, and not because I don't like it, it just nobody need it. Like, yeah, like nobody never need it until you need it first. So you need to show how much you need it, so other people will need it too as well. So it's no matter, I'm like in mystical thing, but that's for me also mystical part of it. Like you choosing your path, but it doesn't mean that the path will be easy. You always will have some obstacles to conquer, and it doesn't mean that it's not your path, because you need to make your own choice. If you don't want it, you can go other way, but this always will have some bitter feeling. If you go other way from what you like, you always will feel like you didn't feel what was your calling. You didn't feel it. Yeah, so that's why I always like try to talk about, be careful of your choices, be careful of what you ignore in yourself. So that's part of the lyrics that I'm writing.
Yeah, that comes out a lot in it too. And I also feel that in your journey, as you were saying, you moved around a lot, and coming from where you are, and, saying to people as well, and kind of looking at where you are as now as a musician, going, look, I had this music for 15 years. I kind of wasn't going to do it. And I kind of got inspired into doing it. And now you've got this second win as a musician, and it's inspired you. And yes, you've got to work hard, but the same here for like someone like with what I do. I was like fairly older in my life when I'm like, okay, now I'm going to chase my dream and, do what I do, like chatting to musicians like yourself all the way around the world, working with music. And it doesn't matter who you are. You can take a little bit of inspiration about that from your journey as well.
Yeah, that's right. I hope so. That's the message that I'm spreading. Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
and
too.
you were
But
saying,
like I in English, I don't really like the idea chasing the dream, because chasing it feel like it's something over horizon and you
yep,
like silly going. No, you just need to see the steps already, that you every day you already walk in this dream. You just don't know it yet. You just need to have a vision of the dream on the horizon, yes. But the path is never over. You never it never you will find the space like, oh, and now I can stop and be happy. We're always moving, so we are or progressing or we decaying. So
yep,
that's your choice. When you choose everything, you want to progress, but you cannot stay still. That's the illusion that a lot of people have, that nothing change. We always changing. So like if you stop doing sport, your muscle no longer stronger, you start getting weak. So the same in music, the same as any craft. If you're no longer progressing, if you're no longer working for better, if you not keep walking, not chasing the dream, keep walking on your
keep
dream.
working.
So if you are no longer doing that, you will decay. A lot of people saying, let me, like 10 years I will dedicate to make money. In 10 years, I will come back and do what I wanted to do. My experience say like it never happened like this way, because people start, oh, now I have kids, now I have kids need school. Not always, something will prevent you, so you need to find a way. Like I'm not saying like let's everybody get poor, and just really doing nothing. No, but it's a work. You have to take it seriously, no matter it's your hobby. If you want your hobby become a work, you need to take it seriously. So that's what I think.
Yeah, recording. Tell me a little bit about the recording process then. Once you got the tracks
Oh
all
yeah,
together, tell me a little bit about
that's
that side of it, the recording and then the production.
that's funny about recording. So the pandemic started when we was ready to hit the studio, and that time I was living in North Carolina. I like officially I'm still in North Carolina, but now I'm in Ukraine. I don't know where I'm going to be in 2 months, so I have no idea. The planet of maybe in Australia, who knows? In 2 months, maybe I move some other place. So my family, as I told you, we are moving quite a lot due to my husband's work, not to me. It's his choice, and I just want to be with him. So we was in North Carolina, and pandemic started, and whatever studios I see around to rent to record vocals, was not working or with a lot of restrictions. It was a little like confusing, because it's a lot of songs. It's not one song that you can go one day you finish. It's a lot of songs that how the work with producer is. You basically send to him, and if he doesn't like something, you have to re-record or take some notes. So I couldn't plan for how much time, for how long I will need this studio. So I decided to just buy a good microphone. So whatever money I was planning to rent the studio, I just decided to invest for better equipment that I had at this point, and do a studio in my home at my own. So I had a very big walk-in closet, like big for the closet, not as big for the studio. Okay, so that's so I take out all the stuff out from here. I buy all of this foam and decorate totally the closet. So that's why I was joking that there is this book, the Narnia, like the witch and the closet, something like that. So I was joking that I'm the singer in the closet. I can write a new book. The funny thing that by the time it was vocals recording, I was in, it was summer, and summer in North Carolina is pretty hot. So in Fahrenheit, we're talking about close to 100, so it will take us around 35 to 40 Celsius, some range like that. And in the closet, there is no air condition. So one is good, it's very quiet, but it gets so hot. So I was sweating. I was like, I don't want to provoke anyone, but I close to be naked because it was so hot. I was just in underwear, sweating like every 40 minutes I have to get out, but still the voice get tired, so it's good to take breaks. But I'm perfectionist. If I start in doing something, if I'm not like 100% sure I've done it, I will continue. So that was very, very fun. All of that when I getting out from that closet, and my husband and my daughter like in air condition, like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, try it and go there, see this hell on earth. So that was fun. And other instruments, well, because it's session musician, I actually don't know how was their setting.
Yeah.
I only know for the strings, because the girls, cello and violin player, they was recording together. They did it in 2 days. It was very fast, very efficient. And I hired a studio for them. So I just asked them when it's the time that they can do recording. I contract the studio. They went, they record. Everything was smooth as could be. So that's it.
Can you tell me about the single there, the title track of the album, which is Shadows and Signs? That was the first single you went off the album, I believe. Can you tell me a little bit about that one?
Yeah, sure. So the story behind this song will take us to 2005. I will tell you like that. So I write the song in Russian. I was studying in Ukraine that time in university. I recorded it in Russian, but it sounds very like a rock pop song. So one day maybe I will publish to my followers and see if they recognize what was the prototype of this song. The harmony was the same, so but everything else was different. I didn't arrange music that time, so it was just I write the lyrics, I write the music. I came to my friend, he was studying with me in university. I know he made arrangements but like poppy style. So I just played to him. He said, "Yeah, nice song. Let's make it." So he recorded the way was his vision. I never completely like it, as you understand why, right? So it's not my genre. And that's it. I forgot about the song. It was like somewhere far in my files, never replayed anywhere. And when I start thinking about putting the album together, it was not that the song I was thinking will be the title one. So it was not like I need 11 songs and I put the names to them, and then it was like, as I say, I walk my path and I just see what's happening. I was just spending how it grow. And then I felt that this song, I really like it. It had good melodies, it had good message. So I decided to give it another chance, So I rearrange already. I can arrange myself. So I rearrange the basic structure. I contact the guitar player because of course, I know the notes, but I never play the guitar, the electric guitar. So I'm not touching that part. I just give, a scratch, and I trust to professional to do it. So Vyacheslav Khabarov is the one who is a guitarist. So I send it to him and say, like, let's make this song to the album too. He said, yes, sure, let me play around. I send you what ideas I have. And when he sent me with guitars, I'm like, yes, this is the sound I was dreaming of. That's it. Finally, we got it. So yeah, that's how. And then when I start shaping the album, I start thinking, what is the main message? What is the song that like present me as the first debut album? What is the main message I want to project in this album? And I was like struggling between Dragon Dance. I know you already heard it. So between Dragon Dance and this one. And I decided to not suffer. I decided to create a poll to my followers, and like just by the name, they didn't hear the songs. They just by the name, what title of the album you would like to see more. And I was surprised, like 80% of people choose Shadows and Signs. I was surprised because, dragons are popular topic. A lot of people who follows me, they like fantasy. So I was like close to be sure they will choose dragons, but they choose Shadows and Signs. I'm like, great. Thank you guys for making this tough choice for me.
It was funny you mentioned that one because I actually have Dragon Dance highlighted here. It's one of the tracks that I do have highlighted, and I was going to ask you about that track after because it's one that stuck with me, not only because of the powerful start to the track as well, but it was a great track on the album. So can you tell me about that one?
Yeah, very gladly. So because this song is quite different from other ones, it was inspired by the book. It's very rarely with me. No matter I read books, I of course watch TV, but it's other people's story. It's never got me so inspired to make it my own and compose about it. But that was exceptional. It was a book. It's about dragons. I think so called Dragon Saga because it's 3 books. Daniel Aronson is the writer, and we met. Like how I know, we met on a fan page of Nightwish Family. It's the fan Facebook page, and we met there. And I think he wrote me first because I post something exactly when Apolinara just started and make a post there that because somebody asked like what Nightwish meant to you, and I like answered a very long post that basically they gave me a vision of what I want to do with my music, and he answered me that he is inspired in his creation, and I asked him what is his creation. He told me like he's an author. He has, I don't know, he has like 30 books on Amazon. He's a quite famous one. I didn't know that. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I found his book in Amazon. So like, oh, let me read it. And this Dragon Saga stuck me very deep. I was surprised. I really like it. And I start composing some melody first. Like melody came before the lyrics. That's also rarely to me. For me, mostly I have the lyrics and then I put the melody. It was opposite. I start the melody and just that's how the song built in general. So that was interesting. So I hope so. And he knows, I wrote him that one of the songs on the album will be inspired by your book. So I hope so his fans can check it out. My fans can check his book and we can benefit to each other.
And it was a great track as well. Really, really great track too. And I like the album. It has the growls in there as well. You get
actually my guitar player, the Vyacheslav Habarov, he didn't believe in this track much. When I just sent him orchestration, he said like, no, we need to cut. It's 6 minutes, 47 seconds. Nobody wants 6 minute song. We need to make it 5. I say, no, my song is 6 minutes, 47 seconds. You like it or not? You like, you can leave. I can find another guitar player like this. We was quite funny. Then when he was recording demo, he made some mistake and he confused drummer like I wasn't sure what to play here. Like I like Slava, I understand you don't like this song much, but you have to swallow it.
I like the epic tracks. I like the tracks that take you on a journey as well. Yeah. I really do.
Me too. So.
Like that's why I love listening to albums. When I put this in the album in, I started it not knowing what to expect and started out with this really nice intro and led into this album.
Yeah,
I had different influences.
I was very precise thinking of the order of the song. That's I try to make like a really story, revealing slowly, like step by step.
Yeah, and the track Slowly was really, really good. And I love the acoustic version of it as well towards the end of the album.
Good. You notice the glass harp?
Yes.
That the glass harp is good. Because some people who doesn't know, they're like, it's such a weird sound. I don't know what's that. I say, yeah.
No, it's an amazing album, and the fans are absolutely going to love it. And the people that really get into their symphonic metal need to go check it out. Apolinara, the debut full-length album, Shadows and Signs, comes out 22nd of February. Polina, this has been an absolute pleasure to get to chat to you about it all. Do you have any last words?
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Do you have any other last words, shout outs, or thank yous you want to add in there?
Well, I just appreciate everyone who was listening to my interview, and I'm always very open to chat. Some people not sure that it's me who answering or some other person. No, I want to ensure I answer personally to everyone who write me messages. So I'm on social, on Facebook or Instagram. If you have any questions, people, just let me know. I will answer all of them. And my message, as I say before, follow your path. Don't chase your dream. Follow your path step by step every day. It will lead you to a great things. That's for sure. And of course, listen great music. Stay metal.
Exactly. Stay metal. And I will put all the links up as well, including the Apolinara.com, Bandcamp, and everything else, so people can chuck in some pre-orders and grab that album.
Thank you.
Polina, thank you very much.
Shop is coming too. So yeah, I hope so. People will buy some stuff too. I really appreciate you for having me.
They definitely will. It's a great album.
That's the end.